everyone, welcome back to my channel, Back to Strong. My name is Kelly for those of you who don't know me, and this channel is all about getting people back to strong both mentally and physically. So welcome. Yeah, I'm really excited. I've been gone for quite a while, so I'm very pumped to be doing this video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up at the end and subscribe if you want to hear more from me. And you can also look in the description and see all the ways that you can follow me on social media. I'd love to hear from you on all the platforms. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so today I want to talk to you guys about self-doubt. I know that all of us have been through some sort of doubt in our lives. Like we might not be sure if we're on the right path or if we're doing what we're supposed to be doing with our lives. And then there's the other area of doubt where it's maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe I'm not good enough for this. So that's what I want to talk about today, because I know that I have struggled with this for pretty much my entire life. Getting a lot better with it now because I can recognize when those thoughts are creeping into my head, and I just know how to deal with that now. So I have over the years come up with some ways to kick those doubts to the curb, and it's my 5 ways to kick self-doubt, and that's what we're going to be going over today. So my number 1 thing that I do when I start realizing that I am doubting myself is to realize it, and I also write down what I'm feeling in that moment, the moment I realize it. So this is going to take some time to just get to know yourself, but it's a really good exercise to do just that. So I learned more about myself when I started writing down what I was thinking at that exact moment than I have ever before. So what I do is, as soon as I'm going to use the example, if I can't wake up in the morning and I'm just like, I want to sleep for hours more, I will grab my journal, or if I have a notepad, or I'll go get a notepad, and I will write down exactly what I'm feeling in that moment. And sometimes that's like nonsense on a piece of paper, but then when I reread it, I can make sense of it, and I can kind of elaborate on, okay, I know what that means. I know that I'm feeling lost, or I feel like I'm not doing enough or something, and you can really get to know what those thoughts mean that you just wrote on the paper. So that first step is to realize and write it down. Write down your doubts on the paper. Get them out of your head. You don't need that negativity in there, and you'll feel a lot better. Number 2, after I've realized it and written down some of my doubts or how I'm feeling, is to not scroll through my Instagram or whatever social media platform is hot at that point, and not to compare myself to other people. I feel like when I'm doing that, that's when I'm doubting myself the most, because it can just be like me comparing myself to someone who has no relevance to my goals. So, for example, I'm a power lifter. I can't compare myself to a bikini competitor because we're just 2 different people, and we have 2 different goals, and our training is very different, and our bodies are very different. So it doesn't make sense for me to compare myself to that person. Doesn't mean I don't do it, but so that way, like, don't scroll through and compare yourself to people who have different goals than you. And in that same respect, don't compare yourself to someone who has the same goals as you. Everyone's journey is different, and when you open yourself up to that kind of criticism on yourself, it will kill you. It's just not healthy at all. And it's not fair to that other person, because they've been working really hard. And if you are just going to show jealousy, try to show love and compassion and like excitement for them reaching their goals, and use that fuel and turn it around, or try to just get more excited of what's to come, because maybe they started years before you. Maybe they, their genetics are different, or whatever it may be. It's not fair for you to compare yourself to them, because you guys are just 2 different people. So don't compare yourself. That is step 2. Number 3 is kind of tied into number 2, and it's remember your goals. So just like number 2, you have different goals than people, and you're in a different stage in your life than some people. So just remember what you're going for, and remember why you're working so hard. And when you start to doubt yourself, that will help you re-engage with your passion of why you're working so hard, and to remember what you came from, whether that be, what your upbringing was, or where you started. If it's a fitness goal, look at some progress pictures and remember why you are doing what you're doing. If it is some type of milestone in life, like buying a home or getting a promotion in a job, remind yourself why you want this, why it's important to you, and how far you've come to the point that you are now. So number 4, this is a hard one, and I can't take credit for it because it was definitely Spencer who kind of gave me some tough love when I was throwing myself a pity party earlier this year. So this is a new one for me, but it's so important. It's equally as hard though. And number 4 is to be honest with yourself. That's so hard. I don't know about you, but sometimes it's easier to complain than to admit that maybe you're not doing something that you should be. So I guess an example of this is when I am working towards a goal and maybe I'm slacking off and I'm just not being honest with myself about it, I start almost getting like this anxiety of like panic, because when I start doubting myself, it's usually, sometimes it is because I'm doing the minimum instead of exceeding my own expectation. So ask yourself, are you giving 110% of your efforts towards your goal? If that answer is no, that's okay. All you have to do is be like, kick your own ass. Say tomorrow, that's when I start giving 110% of my efforts, and I'm not going to accept anything less. So you got to put in the work. The hours have to come from you, and that's just the bottom line. There's no way around that. So if you're not reaching your goal and you are doing less than your best, that's on you, and you got to fix it. Sorry for the tough love, but number 5 is pretty much in like any goal setting list that you will read, but it's be patient with yourself and be patient with the progress that you're making, and trust the process and trust yourself. You have to keep believing that you deserve this goal that you're going for. And you know what? Sometimes it seems like it's going so slow. Believe me, I have been there. That's a whole other video, but you have to be patient with life. It's not going to be perfect, and there's going to be bumps in the road, and you can't get frustrated. You can't give up. You just got to keep pushing. So be patient. That is the 5th and probably one of the most important things that you can do in life. All right, so those are the 5 ways that I kick myself doubt when I feel it creeping in. And that used to happen all the time. Ugh, God, that was rough. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I was always doubting myself. I was all over the freaking place. But I still start doubting myself, but I have a really good support system that reminds me who I am and why I do what I do, and my personality. So get those people around you that will help so much when you start doubting yourself, and let them know that you're going to need some help when those moments come, and I'm sure they're going to be more than happy to help you with that. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I hope it helped you. Please leave some comments below letting me know what you think. Give me some feedback. I'd love to hear it. If you look in the description, you'll see all the ways you can follow me on my Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. I would love to hear from you guys on those platforms. And don't forget to subscribe and give this a thumbs up. And until next time, I'll talk to you then. Bye guys, love you.